I'm all quarter zips at work this week. It's great. It's fantastic. Just pop that long sleeve quarter zip on. Fall for me is I'm a candle guy. Fall.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I can't be having my whole fucking house smell like that. No
Dude,
way, sir.
Don't knock it until you come in this house. It's so good. All right. Episode 38 of the Fair Enough podcast. We are, if you're not watching on YouTube, go to YouTube and you're going to see something shocking because we're not going to be pixely. We're going to be beautiful and in your face. We are now in 1080p. I finally got my webcam, so now we are set up correctly. And we're coming at you in 4K. So adjust your TV settings, adjust your phone settings, turn that shit all the way to 100 so you can see every freckle on my face. But Bob in Chicago, or Bob and Jack in Detroit, Mike in Chicago. Let me set the scene for you here. We've had a weird week. So Jack is sitting at work. I'm sitting at work. This is Monday at noon. And we just get a text from Mike that says, anal beads and chess. We have no idea what that means. And then he just sends a text right after that going, don't worry about it. It's for the podcast. So here we are. We have no fucking idea what he's going to say right now. But I'm very anxious to hear about what the fuck anal beads and chess means. So please tell us.
So there was a scandal. There's a scandal in the chess world at this point. Actually, it's all alleged. There's no, I don't think there's any proof to it. But so the grandmaster of chess. He's like this guy, Roscoe or some shit like that with an R, some goofy name. And he's like one of the best chess players in the world, right? Playing in some tournament for, I think it was like a $350,000 tournament, right?
Okay.
And he loses. This guy, Grandmaster fucking Flash, loses. Which, first of all, Grandmaster, sick way to be like, hey, I'm really good at chess. I think that's a really good fucking nickname. But
is that what they call the guy in first?
That's like they call the top dog the Grandmaster.
Oh,
I think there's just like a level of chess
into everything.
Right? I think it's just a level of like chess that you get to, and then you can be, I don't know if it's like there's only one Grandmaster or if there's two, like I don't know. But
so it's like a black belt maybe. But it also exactly. Could be
there's a bunch of Grandmasters. Like once you reach a certain chess rating, you're considered a Grandmaster.
Okay, so it's like a black belt essentially. All right, perfect. But anyway, this guy, he is playing somebody who beats him, right? The Grandmaster loses to a guy who was really good, but wasn't Grandmaster status, I guess they said.
Okay.
And so now there's like shit on the internet and like people are reviewing it, and allegedly they think that the dude was cheating. And the way that they think he was cheating is that they think he had wireless anal beads in his asshole, and there was somebody on a computer, because in chess there's a finite number of moves that you can do, like, you know, so like there's always a best move. So if there's a program that if you can do it quick enough, essentially you can find out here what's the best move. So there was a guy that was pretty much like putting the moves into a program and then fucking sending it to the guy through his asshole with buzzes.
Like Morse code?
Like Morse code in the butthole with anal beads.
Get out of here.
Is that not the craziest shit you ever heard, dude? Like, what the fuck?
This is a real thing that might have happened.
This is a real thing that did happen. Well, yeah, like the whole thing, like there's skepticism, and people were saying like, oh, like the shit that he was doing seemed kind of fishy, like the moves were perfect, but they were, you know, like it's just like it seemed the way he was working and like playing the game was sketchy. So like, and this is how they're saying that they think it fucking happened.
Damn. Because how else would you ever cheat in chess? You can't.
Well, yeah, unless you have something like an earpiece, which is like that shit's obvious as
people
fuck.
Are going to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and shit, you might even fucking hear it. But like, or maybe you have something in your, like, in your pocket where there's some sort of, but like, I don't know, maybe they pat you down and they don't let you have any electronics. I don't know, but it's not a bad idea.
No, it's a fantastic idea. The thing that came to my head right away was, I hope they're not sitting in like a wooden chair, Because then it'd just be like your phone on a desk.
Yeah.
People would be like in the crowd, that guy's chair is buzzing. I don't know why, but it is for sure.
What's going on there? But like, also, it's like, I mean, I've never had anal beads inside of me, and I not that I don't plan on having it, but I haven't, and right now is not the time type of thing.
I'm not ready for that portion of my life yet.
I just feel like it would feel really fucking good. Where it's like, I would be, man, you got to be a stone cold dog to not fucking react and like moan or do something. Like,
yeah,
how are you not making any faces? Like, you know, like, what the fuck?
This is a guy with anal beads in his butt 24/7.
Yeah, so it's
just
like,
to get used to it.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, dude, that's the craziest sports story I've heard in fucking years. Scandal. They should make a movie on this shit.
And forever. This sounds like some shit that's gonna happen in baseball in like 30 years.
Right? Like, hey,
banging the trash cans, that was some 2020 shit. Like, this is 2050. I got the beads in me, dog. I know when to strike a ball. I know when to run.
Oh, that would be so fucking funny. But I was like, I heard it on multiple things. I saw it, and I'm like, dude, I have to bring this up. Because I was like, this is such a fucking goofy thing. I just never thought I'd hear it ever.
I can't believe I didn't hear that or see it anywhere.
Yeah. Bananas, dude. I think that's so fucking funny. So
we should be utilizing the Grandmaster tag. Like if you're the best golfer in the world, you're the Grandmaster.
Oh, yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. Yeah.
Maybe the UFC champion is the Grandmaster.
Yeah, I mean, you know who else has a really good one, which is what it is? The KKK. Their top dog is called the Grand Wizard, which is kind of
the Grand Wizard. Yep. We are not a KKK supporting podcast. Obviously, I don't think really have to say that, but I say it for everything else that we do. So
you can appreciate a nickname though. You know what I mean?
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Grandmaster. We'll try to plug it into some more sports.
Right. We should definitely.
Okay. So, anal beads and chests are out of the way. We had to get it out of the way first because we had to know what the fuck that was. Next, today we got a bunch of football, and that's really it. I had a super slow weekend. I was glued to the couch watching football all weekend. I made some chili because it's fucking chili season out here in the Midwest. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
Because it dipped below 70. Break the chili out.
It's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking love the weather, man.
Dude.
Like,
and I feel like so I was looking at the forecast. We got it like last week. We got it this week, and then we have it next week too, where it's all like mid 60s. I feel like we don't get that as often as you would think. I feel like it goes from 70. And then it's fucking 31 degrees immediately. Am I stupid? Is that kind of how it feels for you?
No, I think you're stupid, but I don't. Yeah, I just think that like I feel like fall is definitely not super long. It usually lasts, a little bit, but I definitely think it's a little more. I think you get a whole month of it. I think you get pretty much October, and then that's about it. And then it's fucking winter for fucking 6 months.
What's your favorite like fall thing? Out of football doesn't count. Obviously football. Are you a pumpkin spice latte guy? I could see you being a pumpkin spice latte. Hey, you know what? I actually like? I like a pumpkin donut. I'm not a pumpkin spice latte guy because I'm not a coffee drinker. But like, even just from Dunkin' and just a cake donut, but it's pumpkin and it's fucking delicious. I don't know that I've ever had a pumpkin donut. You're not talking about a cider donut.
A what donut?
Like a cider donut, like a donut you get from like the orchard.
No, I'm talking about a pumpkin donut. Like instead of you fucking mashing eggs into the dough and shit, you add pumpkin into the dough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. This fucking they're so good. Muffins too, but I like the donuts better because they're worse for you, and that's always better.
Muffins I could get behind. I was supposed to have some pumpkin bread over the weekend. I've never had that before. Savannah was supposed to bring some of that over, but she shit the bed, so I never got to have any.
Motherfucker. Yeah, that's delicious too. It's the same concept. It's all the same shit. It's like banana bread. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like the thing about pumpkin bread. I feel like is though you kind of like I don't know. It's all good. I have nothing to say. They're all good. Pumpkin flavored shit is actually really solid. I didn't know that until I tried it recently because I always hated on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that and like I don't know. I was never like driving around as a 10-year-old with my mom, and she's like, "You want a fucking pumpkin donut?" Like that would have never happened.
Well, yeah, but I also
like,
don't think
shit
that
you got to
really
discover on your own.
Well, I also feel like that shit hasn't been around that long until pumpkin spice kind of took over, and now it's like,
True.
how could we incorporate pumpkin into everything? You know what I mean? So now it's like,
Fall,
pumpkin
like,
this, pumpkin that, pumpkin spice,
fall
pumpkin
got
fucking
cute.
dice. Yeah, exactly.
Fall got cute is what happened.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite fall thing though. Honestly, I think a lot of fall shit. I do like just like the leaves and shit like that. Like I think that's cool, and like we live in a an area where you can see the change and this, that, and the other thing. But
Yeah. You like popping on a flannel. Fall style.
I do like popping on. Yeah. Well, sweaters. I mean, first sweatshirt of the year. You know what I mean? I fucking that is very true.
Fall swag is unmatched.
Yeah. And it's not even just like wearing like the browns and the dark reds and like that shit, like the colorways, but even just the fact that you get to put a sweatshirt or a jacket on over every outfit, and then that makes your fit just 10 times better.
Yep.
And you don't have to have like a
this week,
puffy jacket.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all in. I'm all quarter zips at work this week. It's great. It's fantastic. Just pop that long sleeve quarter zip on.
Yeah, me too.
Fall for me is I'm a candle guy. Fall.
Really?
Yeah. Like the pumpkin
candle guy?
Yeah.
Get the no. I can't be having my whole fucking house smell like that. No,
dude,
sir.
Don't knock it until you come in this house. It's so good. It's so good.
Dude,
okay.
the other day I came into Bob's house. The other day I got into Bob's house and he was like sitting in the living room by himself and the house smelled all good. And I was like, "Oh, you went out and snagged yourself a candle, eh?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, they had them on sale or some shit. Yeah, I got 2 for $6 or something."
I love it, dude. I love the candle. That's like when you break out. So I had the candle going. I made the chili. I put my flannel on. I was all fall all weekend last weekend. It was sick. Good vibes all around.
No, I hate it. Yeah, I don't hate that at all. But I don't know. That's not me. But I also am not a homosexual like you are, clearly. But
yeah, but you're a KKK stan. You said that already. So who's really the bad guy?
Yeah. Speaking of KKK, not that Brett Favre's in the KKK. Were we ever going to discuss that shit? What's going on with this fucking clown?
The Brett Favre stuff?
Yeah, what a psycho.
Yeah,
not really.
He stole a bunch of money from the poor.
Yeah, literally. What was it, like 5 mil or some shit like that, or 15 mil?
He's the Grinch. Except instead of Christmas, he just stole basically Christmas. Probably Christmas. He stole Christmas. He is the Grinch.
Man.
He's the Grinch of Mississippi. Right?
That shit's insane, dude, honestly.
It was like welfare fraud. I didn't really look into it, and I probably wouldn't understand it even if I did, but that's what I understand.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, like, it wasn't just like him though. It was like the whole like city, and he was like in cahoots with the mayor. I'm pretty sure and shit like that. And
that's what it would have to be, right? Like the government would have to be in it.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, if you gave me this money, is there any way this would leak out?" Essentially, and then it did. I mean,
you think that conversation happened?
No, there's like literal text messages.
Oh, that's what the text said? I never looked at the text.
Yeah, it was like, hey, if you gave me 1.1 mil, like, is there any way ever this would ever leak?
Holy
that's like
shit.
That's like to the extent that I read into it, but I was like, oh yeah, you stink.
That is so bad.
I know. Dude, but you know what annoys me is all these fucking all these internet fucking trolls and assholes and people who are like just trying to be so socially just and whatnot are like, how did Jameis Winston stealing crab legs from Florida State catch more ground than fucking Brett Favre embezzling $5 million? And I'm like, dude, Brett Favre's been on the league for 20 fucking years. What do you mean? No one gives a shit about Brett Favre.
Right.
It's not like he's on TV, like doing like a bunch of commentating and stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, he's around, but talking about Jameis Winston, who was a number 1 pick from, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't think that it had anything to do with the severity of the crime, more so the timing of the crime.
Yeah, the relevancy.
Right. Yeah, the relevancy.
Yeah, where it's like, you see comments where it's like, oh, if Brett Favre was a black guy, this would be everywhere and everyone would hate him. I'm like, dude, I don't think it would be. I think everyone still hates Brett Favre at this point in general, but he's a cuck.
Right. I mean,
it's all about timing.
Later tonight, somebody's going to get shot in the streets of Chicago and Detroit, probably. You're not going to hear about that.
Yeah. No, that's true.
You know? Because those people aren't relevant.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. It is what it was. Like, I don't know. It's like, who the fuck is Brett Favre? Like, yeah, I don't know. The guy stinks.
Shout out to us, though. We've hated Brett Favre since the jump.
Bingo. I was about to say, we know all about hating Brett Favre.
I mean,
never liked
welcome
him.
to the club, everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking right, dude. That guy is a piece of shit.
I'll tell you what's worse than welfare. Beating the Lions twice a year for the last 20 years. That's worse.
Yeah. And, I mean, the Bears, we had a little bit of a run. But, yeah, mostly the Bears as well. Fucker.
Yeah, we never had a run against Favre. I saw him beat Favre twice. My dad and I were hot for a minute when I was younger. He would get tickets. He would get tickets from work every year, and we'd go to one game a year. And for whatever reason, when we would go, they would win. We were on a nasty streak for a while, and they'd only win 2 or 3 games a year.
Yeah.
And we saw him beat Favre at Ford Field twice, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
It's hilarious. Do you want to just go right into Lions Bears then? We're already on this Favre thing.
Sure.
Okay. What's today? Today's Tuesday, September 27th.
Happy birthday, Lil Wayne.
Oh, hell yeah. Birthday, Lil Wayne. Happy fucking birthday, Lil Wayne. The GOAT. The undisputed GOAT.
Yeah.
Free Wheezy. Today is Tuesday, September 27th. People everywhere from Wrigleyville to the south suburbs to River North to wherever the fuck they're putting this new Bears stadium woke up today, and the Bears were tied for first in the NFC North.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if that doesn't make you want to throw up, I don't know what does. That is so bad. How, like, I understand their schedule hasn't even really been favorable. That Niners game just happened to be in a hurricane and was a huge, but obviously they should have beat the Texans.
Yeah.
And they did.
Yeah.
How'd the boys look? I didn't see a glimpse of that game.
I mean, once again, threw for 90 yards, I think. Khalil Herbert rushed for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, so Montgomery's done? Or what's going on there?
Nah, he twisted his ankle or some shit like that. They say he's day-to-day. Probably be – I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he did not play at all this week, and then week 5 he's back. Precautionary. I think that Khalil Herbert is justifiably – has said, hey, he deserves more carries now. So I think either way going forward, it's going to be a little more of a timeshare just because Herbert and that O-line has proven that they can run.
Right.
So
yeah, those numbers ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I don't know what his rush attempts were, but I mean,
I think it was like 20 carries for $150 and 2 scores. And I think Montgomery was averaging, like 4.5, 5 a carry before he got hurt. He had like 32 yards or something.
So the O-line, I mean, what was and probably still is a weakness in the pass block game, has looked a lot better in run blocking.
Since game one. I mean, fuck. Like, yeah, they rushed. They had a 100-yard rusher each game, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe they didn't rush. They didn't have a 100-yard guy. But I think Montgomery still had like 8 yards of carry game one. And then,
this whole line, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't much different than last year.
I honestly don't even know what it is comparatively.
I don't think they are, but so maybe it's a scheme thing that the new coach is just like, hey, like we're gonna run plays that better fit this O-line, and they're having success.
Well, yeah, that's 100% that. I mean, just because you can see how bad they are at pass protection, that you're like, oh yeah, these are the same. This is the same fucking group, you know, like. Mm-hmm. This is still not a good O-line, but something's clicking and that they're making it happen.
Right.
I'm sure they got a bunch of guys selling out too, like receivers and tight ends that are just kind of, hey, we're not going to catch the fucking ball. Might as well fucking knock someone on their ass when I have a chance, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm happy. We're 2-1. 2-1, baby.
You get. I mean, 0-3 was what you were originally thinking going into the year. So being 2-1 coming out of these three games.
No, I thought.
I mean, you might have won the Texans game, but
I thought 1-2, but I thought it was going to be like a bad 1-2,
right?
Like, oh hey, we're bad, but we beat a bad team, you know?
Right. No, but I mean,
and also Roquan is just doing what Roquan does, fucking icing the game with the interception, getting them into field goal range. Fucking had 16 tackles and a pick as a linebacker. It's only like the third time anyone's ever done that.
Dude, must be so nice to have a guy like that.
And we just don't want to pay him, which it's like, hey, it's insane. Dude, the amount of money that we have is insane. It's like, why not just give him the money now? Because if you don't give him the money after this year, like we're going to have to give him more money, bro. We're going to have to give him more money. Like, it's
that shit's going up. That price tag's going up.
I know, he's so fucking good. But either way, like it was okay game.
Yeah. Well, we'll see who they got this week. Do you know?
I don't fucking know. Nope.
I'll check for
probably somebody bad. But I mean, I don't have much optimism. That's for goddamn sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they're playing Minnesota.
No, they're going to the Giants. The battle of the worst 2-1 teams to ever exist.
Yeah.
in the Meadowlands.
I think we can beat the Giants, honestly.
I think you guys could too. I think it's going to be who wants it least.
Also, look at last night. I mean, Tony Pollard rushed for like 115 and Zeke rushed for like 75. I mean, they let up 200 yards rushing last night.
Oh, yeah.
And rushes the ball really well. So, yeah, and the Giants are, I don't know. I don't think they're good, so.
No, they're not.
Hey, we're going to be, if we're 3-1, dude, I'll shit my fucking pants.
I'll be so mad. I obviously hate the Bears, but I'm just not convinced that they're going to be okay, so I don't even have to shit talk them because I know that they're going to hurt themselves and you're going to get hurt at some time, so there's no point for me to even begin to shit talk you. There's just no point. We all know what's going to happen.
Yeah, which I appreciate. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I know what's going to happen to me, too, and it happened last week.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, and the thing is, too, is that, like, well, at least in my eyes, for me as a Bears fan, it's like, I already know. You don't have to shit talk me because that's like...
You guys know what you are.
Yeah, I sit in this group chat, and every time someone says something bad about the Bears, I'm like, you act like you're talking shit to like about my fucking parents or something.
Right.
Like, just things I already know. Like, I don't need to, I mean, go ahead. Whatever makes you feel better and sleep at night, knowing that you're last place in the division while the Bears are in first place, it's fine. But I know we suck. We're gonna fucking end up with 3 wins.
Yeah. So our group chat is arguably the worst group chat to ever exist when it comes to talking about football. It's fucking horrible. I don't even want anybody on my side in the group chat. That's the point I'm at. I'm like, you're on my side? You're a moron. Like everybody, we're all morons, but it just gets bad sometimes. By the way, the topic came up earlier today, but I was catching up on all this shit because you guys were going nuts, and I was just not looking at my phone at the time. But conversation of Darnell Mooney versus DJ Shark came up, and I used to be a Shark guy. I was a Shark guy when he was in Jacksonville. I got receipts from that from a couple of years ago. We were talking about that hard, but since he's been here, I mean, you know who he reminds me of is a like C version of Marvin Jones.
See, I said he's the poor man's Des Bryant.
Yeah, it's same kind of thing. Like a guy that could go get it, but Shark hasn't really gone and gotten it yet.
I feel like Marvin Jones at least could play in the slot a little bit and like move around. I don't know. I mean, listen. It's we could talk. I could dog this guy. In this one good year that he had, 41% of his yards were in fucking 18% of the games. He literally has had those 3 games that year, his only 100-yard games ever. Yeah, he had 8 touchdowns in 16 games. That's good, but it's like, I mean, 1K one time, it's like, oh, he gets hurt. Well, stay on the fucking field. Darnell Mooney, I think, is a better overall receiver. He only has 3 catches this year for 28 yards. Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad. Or 2, something like that. It's really bad, Mooney. But also, we have a total of 297 passing yards. So what the fuck do you want from us?
And that argument, the 1,000 yards argument stinks, and I'll tell you why. I could solve the whole thing with one person. His name's Kenny Galladay. He also had 1,000 yards one time.
Yeah, that's true.
Now that guy can't catch a cold. If you saw any of the fucking Monday night game, the Giants and Cowboys.
I can't believe they're paying him all this money and they're not even letting him play. I think it's hilarious, but it's like Dable or whatever is just like, hey, dude, like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't care what the last guy gave you. He's basically saying eat shit. You're not getting shit.
Yep. Which I'm fine with. I mean, whoever's – they're 2-1, so –
yeah, they were 2-0.
How the fuck are you going to argue that?
I mean, seriously.
Keep the same personnel.
But, dude, like, when I saw, like, Dude, when I saw that he only played like fucking like 7 snaps in week 2, I was like, wow, like that's wild. It's not like their fucking receiving core is some bunch of dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly.
And Shepard just went out for the year, so we'll see if Galladay gets any extra opportunity. But
that Richie James is going to come up. He won me my parlay yesterday. Yeah, awesome. The Lions did Lions stuff last weekend. If you were, we knew we were going to lose that game, right? When we're playing the schedule game at the beginning of the year, we're going to Minnesota, we're losing that game. We know it. But after 2 weeks, we're 1-1. We're feeling really good after that Washington game. Then all the hopes get up. Then everybody's calling into the ticket here in Detroit saying, this is the year. This isn't the same old Lions. And then this week, those same idiots are calling in, same old fucking Lions, dude. We just don't know how to finish the game. Play calling stinks, coach stinks, quarterback stinks, which is fine. But we knew that this was going to happen. Like, we keep the same expectations, you know? So, but
exactly. Get with it or get lost, dude. Don't be sitting here fucking one pant leg in. Every week they lose, you're fucking shitting on it. It's like, hey.
Exactly.
Be there or don't be here. Like, fuck
that's
off.
Just frustrating. You know what I mean? And oh god, dude, the dings. Tracy Walker out for the year, our best defender against Minnesota. Well, our best defender, period. But he got hurt against Minnesota.
Who is Tracy Walker?
He's our safety. He kind of plays that hybrid, like he'll sack some people every once in a while. And then Swift got hurt. He's going to be out probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, that was a killer. For me on my fantasy team.
Yeah, it's a killer for a lot of fantasy teams. And Amon-Ra St. Brown goes down. He's probably going to be out 2 or 3 weeks. They said after the bye week.
They're saying he's actually gonna miss some time.
They're saying they'd rather everything that I'm hearing from the beat writers is it sounds like they'd rather rest him, which I agree. They got Seattle this week and then another dog shit team and then the bye week. So
yeah,
we got an early bye, so let the guy just sit down. I mean, you would hope we don't need him against Seattle.
Dude, Seattle's feisty, bro. Seattle's been feisty.
Their offense is like ours. Like, they'll put up 100 points on you. They're averaging 7 yards a pop right now, which is
That's what I'm saying.
I got them in one of my bets. I got that game in one of my bets, which we'll talk about later. But, yeah, I mean, it was – everybody's going to talk about the timeout. That's all people have been talking about this whole week. Dan Campbell took a timeout to let Kirk Cousins basically set up the game-winning throw, which is annoying as fuck. He's done this in the past. It's definitely a detriment on his coaching legacy so far in Detroit, is that he just makes bad decisions when he's got timeouts. That's how we lost the game against Baltimore, too, when Tucker hit that 66-yarder.
Really?
Yeah, we called a timeout, let the Ravens reset, it was like in the middle of their drive. They were driving down the field on us, and we called a timeout and kind of let them reset, and then they fucking walked in, and it was too easy, you know? So
yeah,
Dan's giving away timeouts, Dan Campbell, which is frustrating. And then the decision, obviously, to kick the field goal at 54 yards when there's already been 2 missed kicks on this side of the field. For whatever reason, in Minneapolis, they got those windows that open in the back, and it was just pushing the ball right hard. And Joseph did it twice on this side of the field already, both from 54. This is the same distance 3 times. And Seibert just fucking missed it, but we knew he was going to miss it. And we went for it on 4th down 100 times in this game. I'm not shitting.
Oh, so that was before the end, right? That was like to give them the ball back, essentially.
So at this point,
or did he miss 2?
No, at that point we were up 3.
Yeah.
So this would have put us up 6, which sounds good in theory.
Yep.
But from what happened, we already saw 2 kicks missed. We can't take that kick. It was 4th and 4. We'd been going for it already. Trust the offense. Do it again. Try it again. We were 4 for 5.
Yeah,
from 4th down.
I'm with you. All right, I just needed a little recap because that's what I thought, and I was like, hold on, did he miss a game-winning chance because they lost by 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right.
Yep, because they went down and scored the touchdown.
Yeah.
So I mean, SOL,
also,
same
what
old
were they
lines
doing
a
on
little
that
bit.
touchdown?
But, oh, dude, that was the
Like
Tracy
that.
Walker hole that you saw. The guy that came in for Tracy blew the coverage, and that was a wrap. So
that was bad.
kinda
That was real bad, honestly.
forecasts the future a little bit. We did a great job on Justin Jefferson. Jeff Okuda's been balling. He's been playing at a Pro Bowl level, which is good because we drafted him 3rd overall. So we were kind of hoping this would happen at some point. But he held, Devontae Smith to nothing, Terry McLaurin to nothing, and now Justin Jefferson to nothing. So good on him. We didn't let Justin Jefferson beat us, which is, I think, kind of the game plan against the Vikings, right? If you want to have a chance to win the game, triple that guy. And
yeah, I mean, but is it worse that Kirk Cousins still kind of beat you? That's the fucked up part. I mean, Cook had 95 yards before he went out, but I was like,
yeah. No, our other corner, I mean, Amani Owarie, our other corner, got called for 6 penalties.
Holy
6 penalties.
Shit. Yeah,
I think all of them were holds. Like, not like, oh, that was a bad call. Like, he was out there fucking tackling people. After 3, you got to be like, get anybody else come into the game because this guy just doesn't have it today.
Yeah, or run a different scheme of some sort, figure something out.
That's the thing. I think that we were so worried about making sure that Jefferson was covered that we were sticking to the game plan hard, even at the detriment of giving up all these first downs because it was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad. We got the Seahawks this week. This is get right week. If we don't win this one, burn the farm. If we do, let's stay positive and keep things rolling. But this is a game we expect to win. It's at home. It's against Seattle. But like you said, Seattle's a feisty team. So
yeah, they've been weird this year, man. I mean, fucking, who the fuck did they lose to a game in week 2? They got dominated by somebody week 2. But they stuck around fucking all game last week against whoever they played. I think it was against Atlanta or something. I don't know. Either way, they're feisty,
week
man.
1. Yeah, I watched week 1. They played somebody Sunday night or whatever, and they looked good in that game too. So it looked okay. At least, they played the Broncos. They beat the Broncos week 1 on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. Which they're fucking holy shit. They might be a worse 2-1 team than the fucking Bears and the Giants, dude. They're so bad.
Did you watch that game on Sunday night?
Yeah, it was a joke.
It was horrible. San Fran's bad too.
Yeah,
they're not good.
I think so. I mean, I think that, I think the Jimmy G thing they're not good.
There was no threat of anything. There was no oh shit, we need to be worried about this guy. Everybody just fucking stinks. The whole team. There's no Kittle. There's nothing. Debo's good, but it's he wasn't even on the field.
Yeah, I do think that the Denver defense is really good, though. They've only let up 23 points.
They are nasty.
Yeah.
Patrick Surtain is a problem out there. I wish we had that guy on our team. Holy shit.
That's a dog.
Yeah.
They're good.
But
Definitely.
Yeah. NFL is weird. We'll get in more into the NFL in my picks here. We got to jump real quick into Michigan and MSU both had some like weird. Well, MSU's wasn't weird. Michigan kind of had a weird game. Michigan State. All I've been hearing, today's Tuesday, I heard it Sunday and yesterday and all day today, people calling into the radio, pissed off that Michigan State, why the fuck aren't we doing better? Like, is Mel Tucker the right guy? Like, all this shit already. And the response is always, as it should be, didn't you guys just go 11-0 last year? Like, why are we so upset right now? Like, this last year, you cannot compare everything to last year. That was Mel Tucker's second year. And Michigan State is not an 11-1 football team ever. So where did this like expectation come from that you guys need to be 11-1 every year now? I get losing to Minnesota is tough, but like it's a down year. It's a rebuilding year. They lost guys last year that they can't replace. Kenneth Walker basically covered up the ugliness that was there last year and made them look better than they are. And now people are calling in saying they want Mel Tucker fired. And it's like, and you know another thing people say that pisses me off? And they say this in all sports. Why are we paying this guy so much money? Like, people take it personal, like, this is coming out of my pocket. Like, it's not fucking coming out of your pocket. You know who paid for Mel Tucker's contract? 2 boosters. 2. Those 2 can be pissed. Everybody else, go fuck yourself. Like, who cares how much he's getting paid? Like, that does not matter at all.
I agree with that. That's a little, I mean,
and I feel like it happens in all sports where you act like it's taking up cap space, but your coach is not taking up any cap space.
No.
You know, like,
I mean, money for coaches literally means nothing. That's just inflation. It's just like every year it's going to get more and it's going to get more and it's going to get more. So
exactly. And it does no detriment to your team. You can pay them however much you want.
Yeah, exactly. I do think that like with players, sometimes it's like, oh my God. Like,
players, because it's a detriment to your team.
Yeah, exactly.
How much you pay a coach matters 0%. The only person that matters to is the coach. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It just blows my fucking mind. It blows my mind when people call in and they're like, fire Mel Tucker, we're paying him $8 million a year. This is bullshit. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, no, you're bullshit, sir.
Exactly. Michigan flipped the other side of the and Michigan State looks like dog shit. I remember, if anybody remembers, hopefully you forgot, I said that Michigan State was going to hit the over on that 7.5 wins. Whew. They ain't. They're not hitting that. They're going to get beat badly by a lot of teams this year because we don't even really know how good Minnesota is or was. But I don't think they're that good.
4-0.
They're 4-0, and Tanner Morgan's fine. Ibrahim, the running back's legit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to promote Minnesota. I'm just saying at least they haven't lost yet. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, they could be.
Correct.
They might be the one team in the Big Ten that's like, oh, maybe we're gonna fuck somebody up. Like, I don't know, because
they could win the West.
Ten is on a down year.
Yeah. It's big time on a down year. Yeah, I think Minnesota.
Like, maybe.
Minnesota probably does win the West. Like, Wisconsin stinks. There's nobody over there. Iowa stinks.
Yeah.
Michigan played Maryland, who has a nasty offense. I'm not going to front you. That kid, and this is why, so my 2 picks for win totals this year, if you remember, were Michigan State over 7.5 and Maryland over 5.5. And Maryland's going to fucking get there. Like, they're a good team offensively. Like, it's going to be tough for teams to stop. Tagovailoa is as advertised. Like, he's fucking good. They got good receivers. They got 2 good running backs and a good O-line. Like, they're going to be a problem for teams down the road. Ohio State has to go to Maryland before they play us. So hopefully Maryland beats the shit out of them in that game. And at least gives us a little bit of help going in there, because it could get ugly in Columbus this year when we get there, unfortunately. Because Michigan has absolutely no pass rush. That's the detriment to this team. We have 0 pass rush. Offense looked fine. JJ just needs to hit some more deep throws, but he'll do that. But the pass rush was not there, which is tough.
Didn't they get? Didn't fucking They got like 2 late turnovers though that were huge. I don't know if it was off the sack or maybe it was an NO and like a fumble on a receiver or something. But there was like 2. That game was really close, and then like isn't that what happened? There was a couple late turnovers for Michigan.
No, the defense made some plays. The defense isn't like they're not bad by any means. Like our secondary is the best that I've seen it in years. I mean, DJ Turner, and we have a converted wide receiver who was a wideout last year playing corner now. Or he's kind of playing that Jabril Peppers role where he'll come up on the blitz. He's kind of playing safety, kind of playing corner. And that's Mike Sandersill. He's been great. But I think what we're doing is we have a new D coordinator, and we're trying to rush 4 because we had Hutch and Ojabo last year where it's like, we can just fucking rush 4. We don't need to rush anybody else.
Yeah.
And we need to start getting cute to get to the quarterback. Otherwise, we're not going to get there because 4 is not going to be enough, especially to get to somebody like CJ Stroud, who is, what we should always be focused on. So, Michigan's going to be fine.
Yeah,
Michigan State, not going to be fine. As you said, the Big Ten totally stinks.
Not going to be fine. That's funny.
The Big Ten stinks. Unfortunately, it's basically Michigan, Ohio State, then kind of everybody else, depending on how we'll see how Penn State looks in a couple weeks. But
I'm not sold on it.
I'm not sold on it either.
Because Penn State's like 14 in the country or some shit, 4-0, roughly, right?
Yes, they're 4-0. Yep, they're in the top 10.
Oh, they're in the top. No,
yeah,
no, they're not.
I think they are.
Oh, they might be like 12 then. I don't think they are. Either way, I'm not sold on Penn State. Obviously, Minnesota, I'm not really sold on. Let's get real.
Oh, you're right. 11.
Yeah, and then everyone else is just fucking bad.
Yeah, Michigan goes to Iowa this week. I mean,
you'd think it's a cakewalk.
No.
Yeah.
They fucking stink. They can't. They couldn't score if they were the only dude in the bar. Like, they are bad. So
yeah.
Shout out to the brave souls down at Kinnick that will be there to see the massacre in person. Hopefully, knock on wood. Okay. Gambling, Broccoli Rob's gambling corner. You ready to get into it? And then we can go over NFL shit. We can talk about whatever the fuck you want. Sound good?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. Where would you like to start? College or NFL?
We'll go college. Just stay on college.
Okay. So I'm back. Last week, Mike and I, 2 weeks, really. We just got the shit kicked out of us the first 2 weeks gambling. Like, bad.
Yep.
Like, it was a bad year. And this week, I didn't turn it around on Saturday, but I did turn it around on Sunday. My Saturday was okay. So Saturday ended. Did you have any money floating around on Saturday for college games or no?
I think so, yeah. I don't remember what I bet on, but none of it hit. None of it won.
Did you have that Washington State-Oregon game?
No. Oh, no, maybe I didn't have anything floating around, but I liked Washington State.
Yes.
I was saying it. I was telling you how Wazoo's going to fucking cover.
Yes.
I thought they were going to win outright. I think they blew it on their own. They fucked themselves, but I liked that spread a lot.
An all-time fuckery. They were up 18 with 6 minutes left. We needed them to cover plus 6.5.
Yeah.
They blow it somehow. So with 2 minutes left or whatever, they score a touchdown. They scored 14 points in a minute and a half, basically. It was just like the Jets, when the Jets came back on the Browns.
Yeah.
And what happened was they scored the first time, and then Washington State got the ball back. And so Oregon's up at this point, right? They're up 3. And we're like, okay, all we got to do is basically have Washington State try to milk the clock, maybe go down and score. If they don't, not a big deal. We just kind of we win the bet, but they lose.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Second play of that drive, there's a minute left. The guy throws a pick 6. So now we're not only are we not winning the game, we're not fucking covering. Like we are down 10 points.
Sweating.
Dude, I was like, this could only happen to us. So Washington State gets the ball back. They somehow get to the 50, heave one down with 3 seconds left. Dude gets tackled on the 1. And then the next play, they punch it in with time expire to cover. And at that moment, I was like, we're going to have a good Sunday. Because we needed – we're back. We needed a break to fall our way, and that one fucking fell our way, finally.
Yeah,
so that being said,
honestly.
what we got? I got two college picks. Okay. Wake Forest and Florida State play on Saturday. Both of these teams, Wake Forest hasn't scored under 37, and Florida State averages 37 a game. They're both returning 8 starters on offense this year. You saw, if anybody saw what happened to Wake and Clemson last week, it was like, I think it was like 54-49 final score or something goofy like that. Granted, it went to overtime, but they were scoring like mad in that game. And then Florida State's offense has been weirdly good. So, I mean, and the over is set at 65. I like 70-plus points to be scored in this game. I'm laying the over 65 and Wake Forest, Florida State. Pick number 2 is them Spartan Dogs, dude. I'm not going to let them hurt me again. I'm not going to let it happen. So
you're
I'm
betting
picking
against them this time?
Oh, fuck yeah, and it's going to feel so good. Because they're going to Maryland, and the Terps are going to roll these assholes. Like, you think that Minnesota rolled these assholes? The Terps are going to fucking roll these assholes. 7.5 points ain't enough to cover fucking dinner, dude. They're going to need 21 to cover this thing. Like, 34-7 against Minnesota, the Terps are going to roll Sparty. Heard it here first.
Yeah, put some fucking anal beads in their asshole. That's how much they're going to get rolled.
Dude, all 11 starters, they could know every play that Maryland's going to run. They're not winning that game. Anal beat it up. Go ahead. So I like the Terps minus 7.5 against the Spartan Cats. Okay. NFL. We talked about we'll do the Lions first. We talked about how the Lions can't we're Swiss cheese. Seahawks also Swiss cheese. Somehow both offenses good. Over 49.5 feels like a play to me. So that's what we're going to roll with in that one. Lions Seahawks over 49.5. Weird line here. In game number 2, I got 3 NFL picks. Ravens Bills in Baltimore. Ravens are a home dog.
Yeah.
Plus 3 against the Bills.
The Bills aren't going to be a dog, or the Bills aren't going to be a dog all year.
I know.
So,
and in this spot, I can't not take the Ravens plus 3. I feel like you have to. I feel like it's Ravens or bust. Do you think you can take the Bills there in a bounce back game?
I do. I mean, honestly, bro, like the way that they've literally both done the same thing. They've both lost a heartbreaker to Miami. And then they've won handedly to the other 2 games they've played. I just think if anyone's going to slow down Lamar, it's going to be the Bills. I don't think it's going to be like he's going to fucking do nothing, but I mean, I just can't see. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to. I don't know. I guess some of it. I don't know.
I guess some of it rides on the Bills' defense too, right? I mean, obviously Micah Hyde done for the year, but is Poyer going to play? Is Ed Oliver going to play? Like,
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do have a bunch of injuries. I guess I don't hate it, but I just can't see the fucking Bills coming out and only scoring 17 points again. Like I don't know. They're just too good. I think they're going to be playing pissed and. I don't know. You might be right. I'm high on the Ravens. I said last week that I thought the Bills were going to go 17-0, and I mean they lost the next day. So that's me putting the juju on anybody.
That's how cold you've been. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe fuck it. I like it because I would take the Bills. So fade me and ride Bob. I like that.
It's just hard for me to justify the Ravens, the way they've looked, being a home dog. 3 points in the NFL is fucking tough, man. And for two juggernauts like this, give me the 3, give me the Ravens.
What's the over-under in that game?
That's a good question. Let's take a look.
I mean, the Ravens have scored and let up 30 points in the past 2 games.
That is very true. The over-under is set at, come on, baby, 51.5. So it's way up there.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah. So I don't think you could take that one. You probably could.
I don't. Yeah, it's probably a lock because it seems like, that's actually pretty high for an NFL game. It's probably kind of a lock. They're gonna score
that was
70.
the logic I used for that Lions-Seahawks game, being at over 49.5. That's a lot of points.
Yeah.
That's a weird NFL, like Vegas is saying, don't take this, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Last game. I'm going to... This guy is winning me money, dude. This fucking guy. I'm staying on the Rush bus. We're going Cowboys -3 against the Washington Commanders. I ride Cooper Rush until the wheels fall off, because they're gonna keep winning with the Rush bus. It's not slowing down, and I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys, but I love.
Who doesn't
Coop.
hate the Cowboys? Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Nothing on it.
I don't know. I'm so done fucking betting. Everything you say sounds like shit to me. I'm like, this is such a bad bet. Everything, and then you say the opposite. I'm like, this is a fucking worse bet. I don't fucking know. I think you ride it though. Honestly, if this fucking guy, what happens when they go into Detroit next week, or when they play Detroit next week, or is that a couple weeks from now? Then you're gonna see on the Cooper
That's
Rush
after
bus?
the bye week.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
Dak's not going to be back for that. We'll still be playing Coop. No, I will not be riding the Rush bus. Yeah, we probably are fucked. I will not be riding the Rush bus, but I will. But who knows what happens in that game? But I'm going to keep riding the guy. I mean, they are accidentally winning football games with him, so fuck it.
Yeah, that's honestly bananas. Granted, last night was the fucking Giants, but who did they beat last week? Somebody good.
The Cowboys beat
no.
yeah, it was Tampa.
Beat?
Yeah, they beat Tampa.
That's insane. Yeah, so
they beat the Bengals, and they beat they lost to Tampa. Yeah,
they lost to Tampa because Dak played because he stunk.
Yeah, they beat the Bengals and the Giants. So not great wins, but I think the Commanders are another team that they probably, if you're going to beat anybody, you're going to beat the Commanders.
Play some fucking defense and you're probably going to beat them. They like to let up points. I mean, it's just as simple
Wentz
as that.
Stinks.
Oh, he's the fucking word. How does he keep getting jobs? I literally saw a stat today. He has, in 88 games, he's had 89 takeaways, thrown 89 turnovers.
Holy shit.
How does he still have starting jobs?
89 in 88 games?
89 in 88 games.
Man, that's a Stafford stat, if I've ever heard it.
And how does he keep getting jobs, though? I don't get it. What? There was shit out there. There was shit out there for the Commanders this year, and you go and get this dickhead. For the Colts last year, what is what it was. But, I don't know. There was people out there.
He hunts birds. That's really all I know about him. He's a weirdo. It doesn't sound like guys like him in the locker room very much either. So I don't know.
How could you? I don't get it. I don't know. I mean, I'd be pissed as fuck if I was a receiver on that team.
Couple more NFL things before we get out of here. This Thursday night game, so tonight when this is released, is Dolphins Bengals, and this line is, I don't understand it.
What's that?
Bengals are at home playing the 3-0 Dolphins. Bengals are laying 4. Bengals -4 at home against the Dolphins. Is this because Tua might not play? Because all I've been hearing is he's fine, he's playing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I heard he wasn't even in concussion protocol. So, I mean, unless there's something else going on that I don't know why he wouldn't play.
What does Vegas know that we don't know in this situation?
They think the Bengals are good. I mean,
They're not. They're so bad.
that's what I'm saying. In theory, like they are the fucking defending AFC champs. Like, I don't know.
But their O-line is us three.
Yeah, honestly, it's fucking sad. I don't
like. They're bad. They're worse than last year, and they were supposed to be better.
I know. I love it. It's hilarious. I mean, I like Joe Burrow. I really do. But it's just funny how like everyone was on their dicks this year, and it's like they're bad, dude. So
you were the first. You were all about it. You were a Bengals hater from the jump.
I was,
and you said it last week.
If I was gonna fucking ever say it, if I ever get one thing right on this goddamn podcast, it's that the fucking Bengals are not that good. They're not bad, but they're not that good. They're the Vikings of the AFC, dude. I'm telling you.
Can you give me something here? Can you give me one winner? I'm begging you, please, to give me one winner this week. I'm begging you. Just quickly peek at the board.
I'll give you but you got to sing it like that one song. You got to sing it for me.
What one song?
The TikTok song that was all over the place. I'm begging you.
Put your love in now, baby.
There we go. All right, I'll give you a pick. Oh my goodness!
I'll always sing for you, Dad.
Hell yeah, baby boy. You know what I like? Just gonna be real about it. I like the Bears. I like the Bears +3.
Oh my God! Why did I even ask you?
Listen, so suck me. First of all, there's I think 5 teams in the league that have covered all 3 weeks. It's like, or maybe it's 3. It's like the Lions, the Giants, and I don't know. Maybe I think it might be Miami. I'm not sure.
I think it is. I think the Dolphins.
I think there might be 2 more. Either way, I think the Seahawks are in that too.
Atlanta probably.
I don't think Atlanta. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that. Either way, whatever. There's only so many teams that there's been 3 to 5 that have covered all 4 weeks or all 3 weeks, and the percentage of teams covering 4 in a row to start the season, it's like 25% of times. So it's like it doesn't mean they're gonna lose. I can see the Bears covering. That's all. I could see that game being low scoring, just like it was yesterday. Weird amount of field goals, and it be like fucking, 20 to fucking 17 or something like that, or like even 20 to 19 or some stupid shit like that, and we lose or whatever. I think that they cover +3 though. Personally, I think they win the game. I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm on the Bears. Fucking.
Say it. Say money line. Say it.
I would take their money line, and I might.
You sound like such a pussy when you say it. I would take their money line. I would.
I'm just saying.
I was a betting man. Like, you don't gamble your life away every Sunday.
If I wasn't so fucking cold, I would take their money line. All right. I'm not gonna fucking throw money down on a team that's plus odds for a money line when I haven't won a bet in 2 weeks. Okay. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do.
All right. Broccoli Rob and Prison Mike. Prison Mike with the bet of the century here. 100% lock.
No, get the fuck out of here. No, it's not. Absolutely not, dude. But I'm just saying though, I mean, I do like that fucking Miami line. I fucking hate if Mac Jones doesn't play, I think Green Bay's kind of finding it. Well, they didn't do too much last week, but
they stink offensively.
Yeah, but I think that, I don't think the Patriots are very good, and Mac Jones looked like he was done, but I don't know. Did you see him hobble off the field last week?
Yeah, those pictures are hilarious. No offense to Mac Jones. I wish him all the best, but
I mean, he's a walking meme. I mean, the picture with him is with his shirt off with the cigar when the Bama won. I mean,
all time. And he looks like just any one of us. That's what he looks like.
Seriously.
He's the guy's guy, so you can shit on him.
I could see the Chargers covering 5 if Herbert's pretty healthy.
Chargers are pissed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Texans suck. Yeah. But
How about
I like
that Eagles Jags game is going to be sick. There's a lot of good football on this week.
Yeah.
This is a good weekend.
I would like to see the Jags be back. I would like to see Trevor Lawrence succeed. Because
he is succeeding. The Trevor Lawrence haters are quiet these days.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like this last game against the Chargers was impressive all around. That was so impressive. Like as just a full football team, I was like, holy shit.
That just tells you, it tells you so much about how bad of a coach Urban Meyer was.
Urban Meyer was, yeah. I was just about to say that. I was really gonna say that's just, fucking scratch that one up as a loss. No big deal.
Thank God they got rid of him when they did. If they would have played this game for one more year, who knows? Like Trevor Lawrence could have the who was that kid from UCLA that came out and was under Cliff Kingsbury that Arizona drafted? I forget his fucking name. Josh Rosen. Where his confidence just went. That could have easily happened to Trevor Lawrence if he would have had one.
100%.
Shit, So.
I love seeing this stat. It was like all-time wins totals for Jags head coaches, and it's like Doug Peterson and Urban Meyer are tied. He's coached 3 games only. I was like, let's go.
Doug Peterson climbing the ropes in week 3 of Jags history. That's tough.
Oh shit, dude. You think Judge is gonna get to 62 or what, man? They got 10 games left or 9 games left.
Holy fuck! I don't know if he gets there, but I'll tell you what. If he does, we're gonna see it because they put that shit on. Doesn't matter what's going on. Like,
dude,
we could be in nuclear war, and they're gonna put the Judge thing on the TV. Like every single football game, like they're like cutting the Judge. It's like,
they're like,
dude, we get it.
Yeah. You got a hurricane in fucking Florida.
Yep.
Gotta watch Judge though, bro.
We gotta see this
ridiculous.
Hit.
I know. I can't stand it.
I get it because he's a Yankee and it seems like a big deal, but it's not like I think what Pujols did was a bigger deal, and that wasn't covered nearly as much. Am I crazy?
No, it was, but Pujols also played for 4 years. I mean, this is going to be the most ever in AL history.
I know, but it sounds so dumb when you say it like that.
I know, but
I want it to be the major league record for home runs in a season. That's what we all want.
Fair enough, but also getting to 60, there's only been 5 fucking seasons it's ever done it. It's been Babe Ruth once, fucking McGuire once, Sosa twice, and fucking Bonzi fucking hit 73.
So basically, just Babe Ruth that people want to count.
Yeah.
Off the juice.
Yeah, coding got me tripping. But it's funny too because we don't talk too much baseball, but dude, I don't know if you've noticed, but the fucking Dodgers are literally having probably it's like a top 3 season in the history of the MLB. Literally,
I looked at the standings the other day just because I was curious. And I was like, holy fuck, the Dodgers have won a lot of fucking games. Like, this has to be kind of crazy.
Dude, and, their run differential is, right now, the 3rd highest in MLB history, and there's still 9 games left.
Yeah.
So it's they're literally having, one of the best seasons in the history. But yet, you got Pujols hitting 700, which I think I like Pujols, so I'm glad he got to 700. They were either lobbing them up fucking beach balls, or they were giving them juice balls to throw to Pujols. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you tell me, unless I can't believe it's fucking rigged, bro. It's rigged.
He was bad. He was bad in the home run derby, which makes me think they got to be doing something for him in these games, or he's just better against live pitching. I don't understand,
dude. No, he's had 15 home runs in the last fucking since the break.
He's been a god.
That wasn't close. Come on, bro. I don't know. I guess he's getting his last win and all that shit, but
it's a hell of a last win.
Bullshit.
I hope I get a last win like that.
Yeah, no shit. I just think fucking all these sports are fucking rigged. We didn't talk about the UFC, man. I went off on the UFC the other. How I think that shit was rigged, the way that everything happened. But we're not gonna talk about that.
We'll get into that next big fight week.
Yeah.
Next week. So next week we're drafting next week.
I was gonna ask you, what are we doing with that?
Yeah, so this week we've been super, these last few weeks we've been super football heavy just because that's what's going on. But next week we will be drafting. I don't know what to do. I have a bunch of draft topics on my phone here in my notes where I put all my notes for this shit. So we'll pick one. If anybody has any good suggestions, let us know. We're always down to take suggestions and draft some stuff that you guys want to hear too. We'd love to do that. So if you have any thoughts, definitely shoot us a DM. Little note: hockey starts tonight. Pretty sick. Wings are on. Hawks are on.
Yeah,
Chris Draper was at our radio station today. I was like, oh shit, this is we're here, baby. Hockey is back. So we'll be getting into some hockey pretty quick here, which is awesome. But so next week we'll find a draft topic. We'll do a little draft. We'll take a little break from. We'll obviously talk a little bit of football, but we'll take a break from sports and get silly next week. And let us know what you guys think about this video upgrade. If you want us to go back, we'll do that. We'll get pixely again for you if this was too much.
No, we won't. That's not an option. I'm sorry. You guys don't have that option.
Hopefully we're cute enough for you. But okay.
Yeah.
Episode 38. Bob in Chicago. Mike in Detroit. Jack down in Miami, bunkering for the hurricane. We will see everybody next week. We love you guys.